Good evening. My name's Jason Debly, and tonight's review is Dewar's Blended Scotch Whisky, 12 years old. And this is the packaging. Dewar's 12-year-old, double-aged. Now, Dewar's, the brand, is owned by Bacardi's, who own rum and all sorts of other spirits. And they bought the Dewar's brand in 1988. Now, the brand has been promoted lately, and I think this particular bottle that I received as a Christmas gift, literally on the 25th, and about a week ago, from my wife, and a bottle of Bowmore 12. And when I received this, I was not impressed because I've reviewed Dewar's 12 before and not liked it. In 2010 I reviewed it, and I thought it was just a dreadful blend. And I bought a brand new bottle, opened it fresh, poured it, nosed it on many occasions, made sure I didn't eat spicy food beforehand to affect my palate, and took all of these precautions. I just didn't like it, and basically trashed it in a review online. So my wife bought me another bottle, and I thought, oh, I'm going to send this back to the store and exchange it for something good. And then I thought, maybe the blend has changed, because blended Scotch whiskey can change over time. Sometimes for better, sometimes for worse. And as I experienced with Black Grouse, the famous grouse brand, Black Grouse, initially when it was launched on the market, was very peated with iodine and tasted like really young Ardbeg. And now Black Grouse is sherried, very mainstream, and a little inconsistent bottle to bottle. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is blends can change over time, partly because the malts that go into blends, the sourcing can change, or corporate ownership can change, which can affect flavor, which was the case with Teacher's Highland Cream. So, but the task of the blender is to make the flavor year to year consistent. The malts may change, but that blender, he or she, and a team of chemists and computers, no doubt, have to make that blend consistent to the average person who drinks it and goes, I want my Johnny Walker Black, or my Teacher's, or Famous Grouse, and they want it to taste the way it's always tasted. And that's no easy task. So, let's get to Dewar's. Widely available. And this bottle is affordable. It's a bit upscale because it's not standard white label Dewar's. It's a 12-year-old age statement. And what I like about this is it's affordable. I think I paid $40. Or no, I didn't pay. My wife did. In Canada. Now it has a little jigger device on here. And apparently, a lot of the big multinational drinks companies are putting these jigger devices in the neck of the bottle so that when it's sold in the Far East or in countries outside of North America where there's a lot more of pirating or counterfeit bottles of various brands like Johnny Walker and Dewar's and Chivas, the people who buy them in the bar will know it's real and authentic because of that jigger device in the neck, which you can't get out and is not easy to replace. Okay, enough about that. So in 2010, 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago, I didn't like this blend. So, like I said, a couple of weeks ago, I started drinking it again. Well, not a couple of weeks ago, on the 25th, and we're on December 31st, New Year's Eve, and I'm spending time with you. Okay. On the nose, banana, melon, raspberries, fruitcake. It really noses well for a blended Scotch. Good aromas, scents, usually got to be in a single malt category, but this blend is doing it. Okay, let's try it on the palate. Initially, it's a bit spicy. You know that there's a sherry presence here. Think spiced honey, wild honey, golden barley, pancake comes through. Definitely some sherry here. And the core malt in Dewar's is Aberfeldy. There's a long history between Aberfeldy, the distillery, and this blend. It's a core malt, but there are some other single malts in here. Royal Brackla, to a lesser extent, Macduff, and Craig Lucky. I can't pronounce it properly. So there's a couple other malts in here, obviously, and many grain whiskies. But what you're tasting initially, spiced wild honey, easy sherry, not a lot of smoke, pancakes, like I said before, strawberry. It's good. And the most interesting thing about this whiskey is that on the finish, you're left with black pepper, malty, anise, arak, black licorice flavor notes, blackened toast. The finish is really good. It's not bad. And the beauty is, this is cheap and widely available. I'm really impressed. Now, what I'm drinking from is, it's called double aged, is in the label. And I think Dewar's has been rebranded by Bacardi and is now called, this particular 12-year-old age statement is called the Ancestor. Whatever. As long as this blend remains consistent, I recommend it. I was really impressed with this. So when I opened it and tried it, I texted a few friends and told them, they're like, what, Dewar's 12? You can't be serious. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Which fits into my New Year's resolution that thou shalt not spend more than $100 on a bottle of whiskey. Whiskey prices are going through the roof, and I think I really want to not go over $100. I don't want to become a whiskey snob, and I want to keep my appreciation where it should be. Reasonable, everyday guy type of appreciation, and this is good. I wouldn't turn my nose up at it. It's balanced. There's no grainy notes in this. That's the amazing thing. It's not grainy. This is a great bottle. It's been consistently good. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm about halfway through the bottle. And it's been good. Really top notch for a blend. How does it compare to other 12-year-old blended Scotch whiskies? Johnnie Walker Black is better, more complex, but I would take this over Chivas Regal 12 right now. It's certainly on par with Chivas 12. And it's 40% alcohol by volume, but I found that as the bottle is open, there hasn't been an oxidation factor that is often common with Chivas Regal 12. I find Chivas, when you first open it, the bottle, it's really good, and then quickly it oxidizes and becomes almost flat tasting, and you got to get rid of it quick. But Dewar's 12, you don't have to use it as mix. You could, but you can drink it on its own, and it's a damn good Scotch. I'm trying to think if there's any other important points to make to you. No, I think that's it. Dewar's 12, right now, this is good. This is the old labeling. I presume that the contents of the bottle will remain the same, as it's been rebranded now as True Scotch 12-year-old The Ancestor. Cheers. Happy New Year 2016.